That's for sure kasi alam na ng Bren ang gustong gawin ng LP.
Agree. And of course, with this, we are heading on to our second game of our first series, which is, of course, under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. And looking right here into our triple cameras right now, we are seeing a 1-3-1 lineup for both sides of our teams, but both of them not really making a move in terms of potential invades. Pero ito na, mukhang sisilip dito si EJ sa kanilang purple buff, trying to at least do a similar play, denying any buffs coming in from their core. But I look at this, Aspect is going to go into the orange buff first, and this is going to make Bren Epro at least go back into their fundamentals to get the economy right. Okay, so right now we are seeing right here that both of our teams just really poking each other out. Not much of action is happening through, but Ribo really with a low break of health right here against Ryota was able to dash away, but the first spot is gonna go to Khalid dito. But Aspect is going to have some space in getting that purple buff in return. So this is pretty good, but for LTE taking the first blood. And right now, here, we are seeing that Arbs is going to be at least depleted by a half health against Lapizi and company dito. But this is also enough of the time for LPE to really respond. They don't really want that casualty away from their side.
Yep, surprising, no? Na napapagana pa rin ng Eagles ito because as Bren Epro, I was expecting they would play a little safer. But right now, as you can see, Cartesi already ended up in the top lane. First blood being scored onto Ribo. I actually expected Flap to be using this Lapu-Lapu. Pero yun nga, mas siguro gamay ni Flap ang Yuzhong, and Ribo is the eternal Swiss. Engaging with the Tempest of Blades sa baba, Lapizi with a defensive Black Dragon form.
Okay, luckily though, Aspect was able to escape that dive kahit sila nga naman yung nag-commit doon, because you don't really want to give some space for Bren Epro to actually escalate their economy here. So this is a good call for Arbs, using the meteor showers to shove away the landslot into going back into his turf. So again, with our side lanes here, wala masyadong action because both of our teams really need the resources that they need. But look at this coming in, a deep pressure for EJ. It really will take a lot of damage from that Chango, and the quite right transform is going to be there, but it's not going to connect to anyone. So this is going to force them a disengage and will be opting for the objectives instead. Pero many people are in the vicinity. Meanwhile, onto the bottom side, tamang haras lang dito para hindi nga sila makapag-push through. But look at that, Ejection's gonna come through for few. Uses the flicker right here, and Armin is gonna free hit, tries his best, and they will be getting that kill, but that's the trade coming in from the Valier. Deathless Blaze will be used, but it's not gonna connect to anyone right here. EJ tries to go in, but luckily did not connect to Ling and was able to go for that disadvantage.
What's happening essentially is Bren Epro, nagpapagat sila. Essentially, sinasabi na sa Eagles, sige, aggressive kayo. Sige, papasok kami ng konti. And that's the story here. Look, EJ finding the Hurricane Dance onto Ryota. Pero si Ryota lalaban. He actually wins it. Rampage Sandstorm into the first skill, going back and forth, babagsakan Lapu-Lapu, and EJ is gonna retreat. Wow! Eagles lost the battle in mid, pero mukhang may bawi sila sa taas.
The fact that the Khalid was able to really survive in that 2v1 fight is really one of the keys for LPE. So Bimo here is going to eject the orange buff, I think, for distraction, but that's what will be using his ult right here, coming from the show of the Valier, and we will be the one to finish the life of Bimo back there. Pero mukhang babawi dito ang LPE as they will be shoving into the bottom side, but it's not really enough to get the Yuzhong since he is deeply hugging that tower over there. So this is going to make things go back once more, getting economy and defending the towers that we have. So Lancelot again will be trying to at least harass them into thinking na baka they will be going in for some engagements. Pero you know what, I think no, actually not I think. It is Cartesi having the discipline on not doing so. So Hayabusa will be using his Shadow Clone right here. Hurricane Dance is not gonna connect to him right there, but it's enough to really defeat himself. And of course, that is an entry coming in from Jake, the dog, to end his life.
Yep. Say, I'm wondering, anong kinain ng Eagles nung breakfast? Anong kinain nila? Coach Panda, kwento mo naman kasi gusto ko rin yan. They have won two-on-one duels already. Hold up, nice take by few there. Pero legit, di ba? They have taken
Yes.
two-on-one duels already. Top and then bottom. And already, this should give Brenny Pro an idea na okay, LPT here, hindi na sila magpapagulang. And there's the second turtle taken.
Okay, that was a good steal coming in from the last slot right there. But that was also a nice assessment for LPE to actually contest and force the issue. But look at this, Yuzong was able to really pin down the Chang'o and go for that take. And with the low health coming in from the Khalid right here, I saw that Jahid tried to push him away, but that's not really enough to really save him to death. And again, for TC, this is now an opportunity for him to go inside. Look at this, ejector's gonna be used, but Hayabusa is going to take one. A trade coming in from Lapu Lapu right here. And this is a disengage. But look at this, not TC, I think will try to go in for us with that low health, but you have to take note that he can go into the terrain. So this is nice call coming in from Bren Epro to just disengage and focus once more into getting towers first, because I think that's what they need in order to gain that control.
So far, already ito na yung signs na mas matagal nga ang laban na ito kaysa dun sa kanina. Platisi, gonna get caught with an ejector, palikod. There's the unstoppable force. Platisi survives though. Arvs still gonna continue. PJ disengaging with the Hurricane Dance. Ay nako, Aspect. Here comes the Tempest.
Okay, Tempest will be used to really clean up Yuzong away from the board. And again, with their Yuzong out, this forces them to disengage once again. You know why? Kasi you don't want to afford casualties right here, especially with LPE bringing in the momentum. Sure, Bren Epro also has their spotlights here. They are able to take down people there, especially when alone. Nakita naman natin, di ba, nakabawi yung Valir doon, taking down the Lapu Lapu. But the thing is, the way that LPE rotates at this point and engaging in the skirmish fight like this one, once again, not really hesitating to go into the tower guys, but the Yuzhong was there in the vicinity, so they decide to just transition themselves into middle here. They are seeing that Arvs is in danger. Meteor Shower is going to reach to throw them all the way. Look at this, Johnny will be going inside, and then the space will come to, not gonna connect to anyone. EJ will be Hurricane Dancing Aspect, but it's only to show him away, and that was actually a close call, because if Joy was able to eject one, that could have been a game for LPE.
Yup, pero hindi pa tapos. You see that, Ryota with the Rampage of Sandstorm. Aspect still face poising in. Few medyo mababa. Few still dealing some damage and backing out at the same time. Turtle here. They're just safe pa rin. Brenny Pro has a good claim at this, but there's the Meteor Shower. Counting looks slow with the Phantom Execution surviving. There you go. Binang si Ryota pang paharap. And now Ryota with the one. Quite a bit of damage. Execution, Phantom, Thorn Rose by Cartesi. And there's the first Turtle by Aspect. But at what cost? Yung mama ng buhay na Aspect, Tempest of Blades palayo, dash out. Okay.
That was just
Trading. They keep going back and forth.
actually, that's true. And you did mention na mas matagal nga talaga to, because both of our teams already know what is up and how are they going to engage in the fights. But I like it how every little thing is being used, every skill for both of our teams. It's just that for Altezi here, we're starting to see him really go into the limelight right now, abusing the low, healthy people coming in from LTE. So again, another Ejector will be pinning down Altezi with the Meteor Shower, and the Raging Sandstorm will be having that kill.
So far, ladies and gentlemen, the story of the series is Khalid is amazing. I still am yet to understand why Jake the Dog chose the Hayabusa here. Feeling ko siya parang sagot sa Lancelot para maghahanap ng target yung shadow kill, and then when Lancelot does come out of his invulnerability frames, may damage pa rin si Jake the Dog. That's just my theory here. But so far, both teams are staying neck and neck. We're approaching 10 minutes, and there's barely a 500 gold difference between them. One key that showed me here that Brenny Pro is in it for the long haul at hindi sila mag-aasim and they are gonna fight for game number 3 here is because nice Hurricane Dance by EJ kaso walang damage output. It's because hindi nila siya na-throw.
And speaking of that, knockouts all through and through for both sides of our team. Yuzhong is going to use his dragon there to actually throw the members away, while Aztec is going to be pinned down by two, making two members of Bren, Epro, Cartesi onto the chase. Aztec will try to go into the terrains right here to safety, but it's few, and the gang will be trying to pin him down and finally get the kill here onto the bottom side, but that is going to at least buy some time for the other members to go to safety.
Nako, nalugi yata. Nalugi yata doon si Kuya Mo Aspect. He chose to dive in, use the Tempest Ablaze in a defensive manner. Sure, you got the kill on EJ, but was it worth it? You lost Jake the Dog, you lost Aspect, and it was pretty much a free kill for Carl Tizzy. So far, Carl Tizzy looking great in this game. 4-1-4. Already, nag-push na ang Bren Epro dito, mid and bottom. But note, hindi umaalis si Jake dun sa bottom lane. Hindi niya pa tinatrabaho. Kaya, konti na lang, inhibitor na lang dito sa bottom. Which is good for the Eagles. I think they should stay the course here and kind of fix the way that they engage and they make decisions like that. Wag nang magkasim si Aspect kung si EJ lang din ang mamamatay. Wag siyang gigil.
I have to agree. They have to at least take a chill pill kapag mag-call sila na shots dito. But look at this, trying to really harass BMO here and applying pressure dito sa ating middle side, which is a good call for Bren Epro because they already have this certain amount of control dito sa ating mapa. So the options for taking the Lord is open. But I think the strategy here for Bren Epro is to take down 1 or 2 members of LPE whenever they will try to attempt in winning a skirmish fight para at least secured na ang pagtitake nila ng Lord dito. And yeah, pretty good for LPE here to just staying their grounds, not overextending kasi they know already the dangers, especially with Cartesi and his damage output.
So far, I think Lord is a little easier of a take for Bren Epro because I do believe yung Eagles ngayon natatakot na sila eh. Kasi I can see now in the way Aspect is moving is he would rather stay away from the fights rather than chase him earlier. But now look at this EJ with the Hurricane Dance, knocking down si Jake the Dog. And that's going to be a free turret push while Vimo can only watch. Say, this is starting to look dangerous because that was a defensive objective if I've ever seen one. And medyo natrap na yata si Vimo dito. That's 4-on-1 Rampaging Sandstorm pushing in the back. Take it away!
Okay, so that was a beautiful sensor coming in from Nakali. But take note once more, Leo, that this is used defensively para makasurvive si Bimo doon. And Chang, with that meteor showers to at least put on some harassment doon para hindi na sila mag-push through with the fights that Bren initially planned out. So this is back to them getting the economy. But look at this, ejected si Karatisi dito into the turret of LPE but was not able to take the follow-up damage for him to be off the board. And you know what? Karatisi using his ult to dash out but goes back into the game anyway. And look at this, ejector was again to be used pero no corner dito si Bimo right there with all of that fiasco happening not yet over time. This place will be used to trade in the Valier, but that is, I think, enough for LPE to just disengage and do not force the issue because another casualty can really mean big for Bren Epro in pushing the lane.
Yep, 1-for-1, Bimo for few. I call that a wash. Pili ko fair naman yon. And if anything, lamang pa yata ng bahagya ang Bren Epro. That is the engagement or one of the better engages para matarget talaga si Cartesi or si Few dito. But then again, Few is out. So, again, it's closer to a wash, but Bren Epro a little more ahead here. If only not the Eagles were more mobile. Pero mo, ang bilis mag-rotate ni Jake the Dog at syempre naman, pinch poise dito ni Aspect. I gotta say, Arvs on this Chang'e, feeling ko antay tayo lang konti and then he will turn more into a core. But right now, it's more about managing the waves, clearing them up. Now, Bimo catches out Rebo dyan ka muna. Oh no, hindi ka mo, figure out.
Okay, figure out but was able to be stunned by the Valier. And here, look at the Sina from the Lancelot, and Valier's just gonna go for the picture. And once again, will be pinning down Ryota here with 3 members of Bren Epro activating the showers to try to at least have that positive reinforcement that hindi kaya, hindi sapat. And look at this Lancelot will be having a trade of his own, but the Hayabus is just gonna end things through with Chang'e there with following up of that damage. Tempest Blaze right here to compensate for that loss, and he's just gonna take Valier down and as opening to take the Lord for the side of LPE. They managed to turn the tables around.
Oh, Seiya, this is going to be the most free Lord they'll ever have in this game so far. 15 minutes in. That's the first Lord for the Eagles. And finally, I could have sworn Aspect was not gonna make it. Pero buti na lang naspatan niya. Hindi ko alam kung minarkahan nga ba or magandang communications ng tropa ng LPE. But they did say, Aspect, nandyan si Rebo, ay nandyan si Few, nandyan yung Valier, pasukin mo. And of course, he had the ult, he had energy to spare, and they got it. An amazing 3-for-2 sweep leading into the Clutch Lord here marching up top. Now, the key for Bren Epro here is one, defend Lord, and two, maybe leverage this this minion wave down bottom. Pero sasagutin ni Aspect yan eh. So I think their first key here to stabilizing, equalizing this matchup is to clear the waves and save this mid lane turret. Kaya tatlo ang nakaalat dito na defenders.
I agree with you on that. And they also have to take note as well of Aspect going into the backlines, especially now that LPE is really applying pressure to actually most of our lanes. But they will be sticking into the top side here with a lot of population coming in. Hayabusa for the entry right here against P1. Papasok na rin ang other member. Injector coming in from EJ. Will be taking them down. Actually, no, EJ is going to survive. Getting onto space, but that is enough to open up the tower on the top. And look at this. Ling just really going all out, taking down the one, but they use wrong for the trade, and the low help coming in from the BMO and company is going to force them to back away, which is a good call. But look at this, Carl Easy.
Nag-aasim si Carl. I mean, alam niya naman kung sino nandun, but if BMO, look at this. Say, think about this. If BMO was still there somewhere, tapos si Ryota and Arvs, if they get it right, they could have cleaned up house and maybe popped the immortality. But again, at least EJ's here, the enforcer, the trusted one. Maganda ang turnaround ng Epro. But yeah, the deed is done. Nabutas na yung top and bitin ang one hit yung mid.
But you know, it's still also enough for another entry coming in from the team dito once more if they are able to get the stakes into their favor. And as you mentioned nga, no, enough to actually prop that immortality against Cartesi. But they knew the risk of taking it na pwedeng mabaliktad kasi ni Cartesi yun. So they don't want to force that issue. And speaking of forcing the issue right here, Ryota will be forced, if I'm not mistaken, he used his flicker to go back into the lane. But look at this, Yuzong will be using mobility once more, meteor showers to at least get the shotgun to connect not to anyone. Hayabusa with that entry shadow, but it's really gonna just go for the disengage. So this pins down Bren Epro in depleted health. During it, that's the use defensively to go back into the fight. And again, this is really tight spot in engaging your fighter here, but Yuzong is gonna take that trade anyway. Will be taking down the lead, not over though, and this is a good call for LPE to back away. At wala si Ryota sa board, so they need to wait for 40 more seconds before he spawns, and this is an opportunity for them to defend. They can't afford any casualties at this point because if they do, this is an opening for Bren.
So ang mantra ng Eagles dito, defense up. They're gonna lose this turret, no doubt. But I think it's still somewhere in the cards here to save mid as well. Baka hindi sila mabutas. Hold up
Right here. Look at this. Knocking down muli. But I think that was enough to drop the immortality. Actually, no. They are going to take down two members of LPE. Take the tower, will be forced to back away. Lancelot got easy with no hesitation of going in. Will be propping up that immortality. But the Chango is gonna go for the finish, and look at your Aspect though was able to eradicate all of the remaining towers that Bren Epro has dito. So a lot of pressure. This forces now Bren Epro to back away as we have witnessed doon. And this is a good entry for LPE right now to go for the response.
Oh wow, Aspect made the perfect call. That was legitimately either all in or nothing. At sabi ni Aspect, sige, bubutasin ko na yung bottom, declare ko na yung wave, nakawit ko na yung orange. And Jake is taken out by Flap Easy. This is a Bren Epro holding on. They have taken a few hits. They have been rocked, but they're still in it. And now, for the Eagles, I gotta say, medyo delikado. Itong Lord na ito, Carlton is coming on in 3 seconds. Medyo nandito na yung tropa ng Bren Epro. This might actually be another Lord for Bren, I'm not sure.
Depends if they are able to have that successful. You look at the chance card is going to be used, and that means Charles will go to it. So will be taking down the Akai right here. Look at this Charles coming in from LPE right now. It took a little bit of time in taking Lapu-Lapu, but it is enough to defeat the members of Bren Epro down to 2. So only 3 members remaining that is alive on Bren. This is an opening now for LPE to get the Lord. But as mentioned, Carl Easy is alive. That potential retribution can still be in play. But they are not gonna let that happen. Ejector though was not gonna connect to Carl Easy, but in that minion. But again, enough to really push him away.
Yeah, check out the items though. Few just bought himself a Twilight armor, ladies and gentlemen. Naintindihan ni Few na parati siyang tatargetin ng mga pwede mag-type sa backline. With the dog Aspect, as long as we can get rid of the Valier, it's all good in the hood. Oh, Daisy looking low! Aspect takes the
Bren Epro and para mapunta sa kanila. And look at this! The minions into the base enter. So this forces them now to just stay there, wait for them to actually get these. And look at this right now. Ryota unfortunately was alone. Hindi niya kakayanin i-take yung Lord ng solo. But Arbs is also there in the vicinity. I like it though how EJ is there to monitor their move, I think, with a potential steal. But you know what? Nemo is just gonna enter here as well.
Yup, ang story nitong Lord na ito is paunahan, marating ang core. In comes Cartesi, in comes Aspect. Let's see who's gonna get it.
Wait. Oh, look at that knockback. It's coming from the retard right in front of him was going to entry. EJ is going to corner up two members of LPE, but I think that's not enough to take them down as a casualty. Look at this. Rebo here will be taken down as well as Ling onto the backline. Staircase down as well. Si EJ doon, and this is just a lot of opening now for LPE to go inside their base.
Okay, saya 3 defenders for Epro plus a Lord. Kompleto ang Eagles dito. The key here is for the Eagles to not lose their damage. And Ryota is in very thin ice.
Oh,
Medyo
look at that.
delikado.
With the life steal at Ryota was able to get his managed to stay alive, but not for long as said by Jimmy Brown right here. Hayabusa with that entry of his shadows, but this is enough to really disengage them once more. I love it how LPE is just being patient right here, not being too greedy. Kahit sabihin nating 3 members lang ng Bren ang nandito sa ating board.
I like it. Ang priorities talaga ng Bren Epro, ng Eagles is to, sige guys, hindi natin natapos. Nakapag-depensa tayo. Maganda na sana yon. 3 defenders left, but we'll just take what resources we can. Few with the steal in your face ng purple. Wow!
Whoa, that was just CG plays coming in from Few there, just taking away an economy na dapat sana mapupunta sa LPE. But again, do not fret for the side of Eagles. But you know what, this is I think one of the most intense fight na makita natin maglaro ang LPE. They really know when to place their timing here. It's just that this time they have the discipline enough to call whether it's an engage or a disengagement fight.
And what I say, guys, this is gonna be a game longer than game number 1. And we're approaching the point kung saan times 2 na siya nung length. And I expect no less from both of these teams. Bren Epro wants to recover. The Eagles still want to do more. And Bimo and Cartesi see each other. And they are stickering. Now, Cartesi knows he can't engage. Pero alam kaya ng Eagles na nandito si EJ kasi Few. Delikado yan.
Yes, and they really have to be careful whenever they try to scout out the areas of our map because Bren Epro here can have a good strategy in giving the element of surprise. And look at that, Meteor Shower is just gonna leave Cortese at least going back into our base to regain some of his health. But let's see how LPE is going to utilize the strength that they have right now. So EJ already has the information that 2 or 3 members rather are into the middle sides. And he just will just tell his members, okay, sige, may mga members dito, but they are gonna transition here into the bottom side. So Platisi is gonna use his ult in defense.
Yep. We'll see counter now on the Black Dragon form. Maganda yung half dragon, no? Para mag-clear ng waves. But it only lasts so long. And here we go. Now the fight is fair. It's gonna be a fight in the jungle.
Sandstorm refused once again for that entry right there. Platisi is going in as well. Timeless space, however, is going to be over. Not gonna connect to anyone, and that is going to be their help by a long shot right here. So the dog is trying to go in and out and will be taking down Cartesi. This is going to be an essential fight for the LPE right now as they will be taking down one of their corners. And look at this aspect on the back door, however, will be trying to actually defeat the help of the base. And this is not over. Sandstorm once again will be used, and the Dragon Form is gonna be hovered by Yuzong right here. Now, in hopes of taking down one. The low health are coming in. Akai will be taking off Hayabusa off the map. And this again forces LPE to disengage. But that was actually close call kasi I think they're planning to distract the members of Bren Epro here just so that Aztec can have an opening to get the base.
Pero saya, I feel like that was too much of a gambit. Masyado pang maaga para gawin yan and kulang sila ng waves. Maybe if it was 2 waves crashing in from top and bottom, tapos kasama si Aspect, then maybe you leave him 5 seconds, a solid 5 seconds, and we might have a case. We might have game number 2 in the bag. But that just wasn't it. Yung laban masyadong malapit doon sa base ng Bren Epro. Kaya kahit wala si Cartesi, kayang sumagot. Maganda pa rin, relatively, ang board wipe, ang clear ng Bren Epro. You have few, and you still have Rebo, who is a better duelist, but is an okay wave clearer. So right now, reset sila. Dahil may Lord, tig-isa na sila. I think this next one should make the difference. Whoever gets this Lord here, kahit na lamang ang Eagles dito, on the map, I'd say, Bren Pro, if they get this Lord, could just finish wherever lane they choose.
Okay, this is the pretty risky for the side of Eagles with Ling being absent. But look at this, Hayabusa is gonna compensate with that and depleting the health of Black Easy. But look at this, the life steal capability is just too real. At this point, at nagpapagulo lang dito si Aspect that was going to be used for Rebo. But actually, that's a good call. Kasi it was forced to dish out the Tempest Blades of Ling. Kasi ngayon pa lang siya mapunta dito sa ating Lord side, and him without having that ult means that he has to reset the cooldown bago siya bumalik ulit in ever may mangyayaring teamfight.
Yep, and looking where this next teamfight might happen, if it happens close to Lord, that's good for Eagles. Kasi, again, Aspect can just do this pwede silang manggulo. If they manage the waves right, they can do what Lamp to do anyways. And if they can, again, backdoor, that's what we call it, guys, backdoor para sa patayin mo yung base ng wala yung laban, na wala dun yung minions mo, wala dun yung mga kampi mo, then kung magawa nila yun habang wala kang Lord, then lamang. But right now, I think there's a big fight happening. It's gonna be decided by this.
Okay, Samsung's gonna be not gonna connect to anyone right here, but this is a good aggression coming in from LP. Decides to give up on the Lord and actually take down the Rebo of the map. So with -1 sa Bren Epro, this could be a potential Lord take for LPE. But Bren Epro, knowing this, they are also going to stay in the vicinity for that steal attempt. And take note, buhay pa si Curtis dito. Pwede niyang i-retribution yung Lord dito if ever the situation deems fit. And so right now, sinisimulan na ng LPE to abusing the fact that Rebo is off the board. So that's kind of like a minus for them in terms of crowd control. But speaking of crowd control right here, look at this. Curtis is going to back away for now. Ryota with the low health but still has the immortality though. So the Lord here trying his best for the Chango to actually go and inflict some damage. But they managed to shove away Bren Epro right here, and finally the Lord has been taken for the sides of LPE.
Grabe, Seiya, that's a 2 or 3 layered Lord take. 1, managing the lane, top lane, para may mapilitan kang sumagot doon. 2, you picked out at least 1. May isang kulang sa kanila, so kulang sila sa manpower, right?
Yes.
So they have 4 members. They have to send someone up and then they have to send someone to defend against you to clear waves. And then lastly is parating may nakabantay kay Lord. If you did that the wrong way, na-reset yung Lord na yan. And you would have had to start from square one. Now, the fact that the Eagles have executed means isa pa silang libreng Lord, and now they can just pressure all the more. At this point, we're approaching 30 minutes. Sobrang kunat ng Lord na ito.
Yes.
I feel like Epro has to pull something from somewhere. Dahil ito na, this is the defense.
Okay, so Lord is gonna enter the door. Jacker's gonna be right here. So unahin na yung transfer. Bagay na again. Going to connect. But look at the time. So with his shadows, will be depleting the health of Regino. Kaido will be taking down the lead of the lap. But it's enough for the Lord to go for landing. And game number 2 goes to Elf.
Impressive.